very, very important part to the plan and to your business. And by being the boss, that is my job to hire people that's good staff, have good morality, and set a good example. What would you say about staff, Bishop Allen?
Well, that's very powerful and that's very important, and I agree 100% with what you're saying. The staff is so critical when it comes to your business. You have to get some people that are like-minded and like you and have the same desire and thrive to have a successful business. You can't just have a staff, maybe it's a family member. You can't just pick a family member just because they're family. Maybe it's just somebody that's just coming for a paycheck. You have to have a staff person that has the same heart for your business and the same desire to see your business succeed as you are. You have to have a staff member, amen, that is just like you, that whose goals are just as your goals are, whose mindset is the same as your mindset, so that if in your absence, you know that that person is going to run your business and do things exactly as you would have done as if you were there. So having that is very critical to your business, that you be surrounded with the right staff and those that desire the same things that you desire for your business, because everybody don't have the same desire. Some staff are just there for a paycheck, and some staff may not handle things how you handle it. That's why training is very important with your staff. You have to train them as to how you want your business ran. If you want your business to be successful, then they have to have the same mindset and the same desires that you have.
Great. Those are great words, staffing. And remember, we own the childcare center. So when you hire people in some businesses, you are responsible for your staff. You are the liability. No matter what happens, at the end of the day, it's your business, it's your plan, it's your job. You are the boss, and ultimately, even when people make mistakes, even when people mess up, you are the one that's going to give an account for that. And that's why I say staffing is important, because you want to work with people that you can trust to do the job and to do the job that they're paid to do. With staffing, get people that are strong in things that you're not strong in. Sometimes we quick to get people that's like us. We don't need people that's just like us. We need people that can hit and do other areas of the businesses that maybe you're not so strong in. Build the business, and as you're building the business, you should be learning the business, you should be working the business, you should be overseeing the business, you should be watching the business. You have to be present to know what goes on at your job. And that's one of the number one things that I learned at being a director of a child care facility, that I had to be present. People have to see you. Parents, children, staff, they have to know you involved. They have to know you're watching, because when nobody's watching, things don't go according to plan. But if people know you and involved, and that you care, and that you're there, that you're available, it makes them give all their all. What you think about that?
Well, that's very fine, and I definitely agree with that. Not contradicting ourselves pertaining to staff. It's important that your staff do have the same intent as you have, but it's also important that your staff have strong points of their own, to continue to push your business and to push your vision. We are definitely open for ideas and things that are going to make the business successful, and we're not saying that we have all the answers, and you may have a staff member that have even a greater idea, but it all works together to perfect the business and to make it better. And that's the whole goal. You want your business to be a success, and if somebody else can bring something to the table that's going to better the business, definitely we want to welcome that, and that is an additive to your vision and to make your business a better place.
I want to talk about, that's amazing. Definitely, staff is key. And if you have great staff, pay your staff. Don't be quick not to pay your staff money when you got staff. Pay your staff the money. Pay staff. If you're making money, you being prosperous, and they are a key component to your business, then be good to your staff. If you good to the staff, the people that work for you, they will be faithful and they will work with you and they will have your back. I want to talk about money and budget and multiple streams of income. Because when we did childcare, one of Bishop Allen's biggest things was that we need to be doing more than one thing to be bringing in finances. So when stuff get rough or when things drop in one area, then we got money coming other places. We did have a church and a ministry at the time, so we had money coming through the ministry, and we also operated our child care center, and then we had money coming through the food program. But I agree with Bishop Allen, and at the time, I really did not really take heed to what he said about having multiple streams of income. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when you own businesses, you can make a lot of money, but most of the money you make, you can pay out. And a lot of your overhead, when you get through paying bills and taxes and staff and mortgage, insurance, you don't have much money left. That's why it's so important to have multiple streams of income coming in to supplement when things are slow in one area. You still got money coming in another area. What you got to say about that, Glenn Allen?
Well, money is definitely critical in running your business, and you have to be able. It takes money to operate. Bottom line, you need money to operate and continue for your business to continue to thrive. Amen. Because with money, you can spend money and get things to better enhance your business. But as Prophet Allen was saying, overhead and the multiple streams are important because it allows you space to do more things and also to cover yourself when it comes to making your business successful. Money is critical. So when you have multiple streams, as in our case, we had the ministry, we had the daycare, and then also we began to do pastoral counseling, and through LAM Ministries we offer a lot of things, drug addiction classes, and just having multiple streams of income will give you the flexibility to do more. You'll have the more cash flow, and not only that, as your business begin to grow and to get bigger, you'll have enough revenue or create a big enough budget for if you wanted expansion, you will be able to do that. But when you only have one stream of income and you have a lot of money coming out but not enough coming in, it causes a lot of problems, and a lot of businesses fold under these circumstances. So it's important that when you're operating a business, think about expansion, think about more ways or more streams of income coming in.
I agree so much with that. I must say that was a lesson I had to learn the hard way, because out of 10 years, there was times where we paid staff and one of us didn't get paid, because you have to pay the people that work for you. That's never good. We got to be more skillful. We got to be more wise with money. And I didn't want to, it was times where I needed to make cuts and I didn't want to make cuts. I looked at business and I handled my business according to my heart, and I didn't have a business mindset, and it hurt me. And what I mean by that, it was times where if enrollment was low, if I may have needed to cut staff, but because I had staff that was faithful, I didn't always do the business thing. I did business according to being a pastor, where I was ruled by my emotions for a long time, and I didn't go by business. These are hard lessons. These are lessons that you learn as you go. What do you say about business and ruling with your head and not your heart, and looking at the facts, Bishop Glenn Allen?
Well, business is business, and as a businessman or a businesswoman, sometimes you're going to have to make executive decisions, but what's most important is that you have to always do what's best for your business to succeed and not go under. And sometimes, and you see it all the time in the big corporate businesses, you see a lot of layoffs. And I mean, this is a part of business, and it happens even though we may not want to lay off or cut back, but sometimes it's necessary to do those things. And it's a business decision. It's an executive decision, and it affects people, yes, definitely. But once again, we're talking about making your business a success. And sometimes it's going to be cuts. Sometimes you may have to lay off. Amen. But if you do those things and you set up your overhead right and have multiple streams of income, even if it comes to layoffs, eventually you'll be able to rebound and build that thing back up. But it's important, always make the best decision for your business. Is what's best for the business, because this is what's going to sustain you and to keep you going. You want your business to be a success. So don't allow your emotions and your feelings to get in the way when it comes to making executive decisions such as cutbacks and layoffs.
And that was definitely hard for me, because I was one of those people that I wanted to do best for everybody. I never wanted to lay anybody off. But you know what? You got to grow as you learn. With this business thing, you don't get a rule book, and sometimes you learn as you go. I had to learn that you can't always be careful who you hire. Don't just hire people that you know. Don't just hire people that's related to you, because sometimes you can't work with family. You got to hire people that's best qualified for the job and that can get the job done. And don't feel bad when you have to hire people according to the need that you have for business. And then be careful, because everybody, and I got to throw this in here real quick, because hire people that reflect you. If you are a professional, then you need to hire people that are professional. You got to hire people that give the right outlook or give the right impression. I own the daycare center. When people come to the center, you don't want to have staff that's yelling and screaming at the top of their voice, or staff that's mean to the parents. Just little things like that. If you want people that are kind, you want people that's helpful, you want people that's pleasant. When people come to your place of business, the people are happy to come, that they greet the customers, that they remember that we are here to serve the customers, and that without people or without customers, none of us have a job. So that is very important. Give me your final thought about representation in the business and what you think about how people should act or conduct themselves.
Well, professionalism is very important once again, and being professional, I mean, it's your look. And you have to have a look of professionalism to be successful in business. It is very important that we be professional. And if your business is going to thrive and be successful, you have to have professional people at hand that are going to be a light and not a dark spot in your business. You've always heard it said, amen, that the customer is first. The customer is right, and in business you have to have that mentality, and you can't come any other way. I mean, in business you are serving and you're serving, so you have to serve and make sure that your customer is satisfied, because it's your customer that makes your business successful.
Definitely. You make money by having repeat customers. You don't want one person to come one time and we do such a terrible job that they never come back. But business grows by referrals, by people that know you, by people that have used your services if they're pleased by your services. Remember, businesses is grown by networking, by word of mouth. You want to have positive image. You want people to say positive things about you and your business. Thank you so much for joining us today. We talked about hard-learned